In Judaism, I was adopted by Jewish parents, but I'm Muslim. I'm Arab Muslim. When the Jewish faith consider father, when they consider Moses as father, they're speaking of Moses as a guidance. And I think in Islam also, for the Prophet Muhammad, many people look up to Muhammad as a father, but they look up to God as the ultimate. Muhammad is directed the individual as Moses direct the tribe, the Israeli tribes. And my point is, there's a difference between two fathers. There's a father who gives birth to his own child, and there's a father God, and then there's another father. There's three types. You can definition of father. There's another father who leads the individual, who leads the child from birth, or leads the individual that needs guidance. And I think that should be clarified. I'm sorry, but I don't think you clarified the point enough. I respect your program, and I think you're an excellent lecturer, but I would like you to clarify that point for me on father.
Have you got a question?
No, not really. You see, I don't know whether I'm going to fumble with this. You see, people call him Moses father. Call him Muhammad father. I don't know, I didn't hear anybody call him Muhammad father. I didn't at any time. Nor did I hear in my environment anybody call him father. But father in the sense that, you know, he showed us the way and all that, but it's not being used. We say he's Rasulullah, he's the messenger of God, you know, Habibullah, Khalilullah, all that, but not, we don't call him Abba. Nobody, you know, Abu.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't heard it. You see, this father...
I'm not talking about the Muslim religion, I'm talking about the Jewish religion. The Jewish religion where you criticize the term father, which I don't accept. I'd like to clarify that in the Jewish terminology for me. Or in the terminology of what father means, because in my terminology, and from what I've grown up and studied, father means, for me, father is a guidance. Father doesn't normally mean the father that gave me birth, or God. Father also means an individual that guides me in the proper direction.
But you see,
father.
You see, since this term has created certain mischief, it has created certain mischief, and it's creating ideas in people's minds that God Almighty physically begot Jesus. Jesus is the only begotten Son. Have you heard that before?
All the time.
Right. So if he's begotten, begetting is an animal act. It belongs to the lower animal functions of sex. Now when you use terms like that, you see the term, I said, look, maybe you didn't mean that. But the way you are using the term now, it creates so many people in the back, in the third world, they are taking these things literally. So to save you from falling into the pit, in Islam you are saying, he says, don't call him father, call him Rabb, don't call him Ab. Like this word, I was talking about those sodomites in San Francisco just now. You remember? Yes. You call them gays. You call them gay. It's a beautiful word, gay. You know? In my life, you see, when I went to school, I was learning a poetry. They taught me at school. All the children were learning together. So, gentle lords and ladies, gay on the mountain dawns the day. You know, gay. He's happy and gay. And everybody, beautiful word, gay, happy and gay. And I'm carrying on, I'm growing up. And now I'm maybe about 20, 25, maybe around about 30. I'm reading the newspapers talking about gay. I'm puzzled. What is this? Gay? Is it gay? What? You know, something fishy there, you know, the writing was gay. But what I knew about gay was happy and joyous. Ladies were gay and gentlemen were gay. Lords and ladies, they were all gay. You know, I mean, very happy and joyful. So now this beautiful word, we perverted it. So I can't call you anymore happy and gay. Immediately you react, what do you mean? I said, no. Look at the dictionary, man. What does it say? Gay, very happy fellow, jolly fellow. No, it says, please, stop it. I don't want you to call me gay. So, you see, the beautiful words, simple words, good words are being now perverted, prostituted. So once he's done that, he said, yes, true. There's so many other words like that. You know, once they acquire other meanings, secondary meanings, and it becomes obnoxious, you throw them away. In the origin, comrade. You know, comrade is a very good word. Comrade means friend, like a companion. You use that in America, you go to jail. You know, What's wrong with the word comrade? If you look at the dictionary, nothing wrong with it. But as soon as you use it, comrade Deedat, this guy must be a communist. Taken up by the CIA for questioning. So why do that to me? So there's nothing wrong with the word. I said there's nothing wrong with the word father. But now it has acquired other connotations. God knows that this is how now your minds, how they will understand. Stop it. Don't use that word for God. Yes, yes, my friend. Who's there?
Islam. If Islam can divide us, the total submission to God's will, and for that matter, anybody who can totally submit to God's will can be called a Muslim, then can I know some of the things which one does and will make him called a Muslim? I don't know whether I will make myself.
I think what you are trying to say is that what makes a man to be a Muslim?
Sure. Thank you.
To be a Muslim, we say you have to believe that there is but one God. You have to recite the formula La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, which means literally that there is no other object of worship but Allah, and Muhammad is His messenger. So if you believe in one and only God and Muhammad is His messenger, then Muhammad explains to you what Allah is like. That He is not like a man, He is not like a monkey, He is not like an elephant, He is not like a snake, He is not 3 in 1, He is not 2 in 1, there is no multiplicity, He is not anthropomorphic after human pattern or any other patterns. He gives you what? So whatever He tells you, now you listen, because He is a messenger of God. He says don't drink alcohol in total, eschew is right. He says whatever intoxicates in greater quantity is forbidden even in smaller quantities, right. Whatever He tells you, you do. You believe that there is God and He is His messenger. So whatever He tells you is from God. You are a Muslim. He tells you to pray, you pray. How He tells you how to pray, you pray. He tells you to fast, you fast. How He tells you how to fast, you fast. So whatever He tells you, you believe that there is but one God, and you believe that Muhammad is His messenger. So what? He tells you believe in Jesus. So you believe in Jesus. Believe in all the prophets. I believe in all the prophets. Whatever He tells you, you believe. You are a Muslim. Whatever He told you, it's contained in the book. You say, I don't accept, you are not a Muslim. Even when you can be drinking. It's against the teaching of Islam. They say, I joined that company and I can't seem to let go. Uncle, pray for me. You are still a Muslim. What is that? This nonsense. What does God is worried about me, whether I drink or I don't drink, whether I eat the pig or I don't eat the pig. I don't believe in this nonsense. Immediately out. Now when you pray 5 times a day and you give zakat and everything, you go for Hajj, you are not a Muslim.
Brother, actually you have already explained, which I understood, and I got a chance also to hear a lot of scholars, and that is not going to be repeated, that Islam is not a starting point, that is the continuation, the series, the teaching of Islam from the very beginning. And Quran is the completion of the teachings revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over in Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's true, whatever you have explained, and that's very interesting. Whatever is was explained, for example, alcohol is not allowed, and it is a law of the voluntary, and a lot of things. But now, a lot of questions is moving in the mind of the people. How to start, how to apply the question in the laws of the God, and in the modern concept, why the people don't want to have, most of the people, unfortunately, I don't want to understand the economy, I don't want to understand the global structure, and I don't want to be involved just to know the revelation and the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's enough, and I will have one. Unfortunately, my impression, maybe I will get a chance to guidance. But this is not a question of my personal question, this is a confusion among a lot of people. For example, we have been facing a lot of problems, the poverty, ignorance, around political systems. And unfortunately, so-called Muslim states implemented so ruthlessly, and I dare to say, such a nonsense way, the law of Islam, for example, cutting the hands for the auditory, so-called, that's called, punished by the stones, and so ruthlessly. But must be, I think, brother, you will explain that all these laws in a particular context, in the pretext, under which conditions people are supposed that, thief is supposed to be punished to cut his hands. So that is not explained, one thing. Secondly, and the most difficult task, which is not propagated and is not taken initiative, as compared with a lot of, for example, everybody knows Muslims don't drink. They are not supposed to drink alcohol, not to eat meats, the things like that. It's an important thing, for example, to know how to apply the laws of the Quran, laws of Islam in the modern context. One thing, and secondly, not to tell, for example, the difficult task of our ulama. I'm not talking about the ulama, because most in the history.
Excuse me, if you just want to